we also bought licenses for NOREX because we felt like both training but also just exposure to other folks was going to be really important.
So for us, the way that we really have increased retention over the years since I got here has been number one through communication. And I know that sounds simple. It sounds almost textbook, but the more you're talking with your teams, the more they understand your vision, the organization's mission, and understand it could be profit, but there's some connection to customers there too. The more they find their own ways, their own reasons for hanging around and being part of this team, people appreciate knowing that knowing the why of the work that they're doing.
We all want to retain. So if there is somebody that's thinking about leaving or has another job offer and it's somebody that we want to keep, I think everybody's on board that we go to them and we kind of offer, what can we do to keep you? And within reason, there's been a couple that we have lost, but that works well as kind of having the company culture behind retaining the talent and doing kind of whatever it takes to keep them here, because it saves us sometimes up to a year in training by keeping them here and paying a little bit more instead of having to replace them.
I echo a lot regarding communication and, kind of filling in the why we're doing this, helping people feel engaged as part of the company, that their daily efforts make a difference. And then a big part of that also is understanding kind of where they're coming from. So communicating, prompting communication regarding what their career path, what they're interested in their career path trying to sort of funnel them in that direction. I'm a little more flexible with hybrid work than I might otherwise be to try to retain people. I think we need to be open-minded regarding the job market, offering that. And NOREX, somebody mentioned NOREX. We got NOREX in our 2024 budget. So I think that just engaging in the wider IT community at a small company, you can kind of feel like you're on an island. So just, getting in touch with what's going on out there in the world a little bit, the IT world, I think helps a lot.
From a retention standpoint, I'm looking at training, looking at adjusting salaries, but also just, recognition and rewards for, jobs well done, projects completed, things like that. We engaged Pluralsight and also got the labs that go along with Pluralsight. The team is actually coming back with sort of a training plan, which will then get baked into their performance evaluation for the end of 24. That's our starting point. Actually, funny enough, we also bought licenses for NOREX because we felt like both training but also just exposure to other folks was going to be really important. And again, it's a retention and an investment in giving them a chance to learn and grow.
We also encourage a bunch of things like one-on-one meetings with leadership. So in my organization, twice a month, I have meetings with them. They have a half an hour direct communication with me to ask anything that they want to ask. Also discuss their development plans. I have a development cadence for them. So one of the questions is normally, how do I get to the next level? And so I put together a plan that shows how they get to the next level that overlaps with each other from the lowest band to the highest band. I also have skip levels with those that don't directly report to me. So they get time at least once a month to spend with me to ask direct questions. I encourage with my leaders, both 2 levels up, to have skip levels with my team at least once a quarter. So they get to see and talk directly to the more senior leaders within the company. And we also encourage mentorship. Find a mentor, get somebody to work with outside of your department that can help guide you, that can give you direct and honest feedback that maybe you're not getting from your people leader, because a lot of people leaders have difficult time having difficult conversations and being transparent. We found that the open and transparent communication with the associates has really had the biggest impact. Just keeping them advised, keeping them aware, giving them a plan, like I said, here's how you want to get to the G-band level. Here's the things you should know and understand to be able to get there. And it seems to be working pretty well for us. Our attrition rate is pretty low.